welcome to this week's edition of Top Row Rowdy on the YouTube. Big O episode 63. Part 1. Now let's get kicking things off with our wrestling
For
news of the
anyone
week.
that's now never watched this before,
Yes.
you are,
Mike Hogan.
and I am Justin Carr.
What's me above our heads?
It will be above our heads, but just in case people can only hear and can't read. You never know.
Can't read.
Exactly.
That's about the 2% people who watch our show, so
Exactly. Gotta help them
I've
out.
got to remember those people.
Yes.
So as long as you can hear and can't read, we understand.
That's why we tell you who we are and that you're on YouTube, just in case you don't know where you're at.
Yes. And what the show is called.
Exactly. You just never know. But big news this week for wrestling news.
It is big news.
Big news. Bret Hart is so disgruntled.
Something, I don't know what crawled up Bret Hart.
Might be the stroke messing with the brain.
Something.
Because you know that stuff does kind of get you a little moody. One of our family members has had multiple strokes. And get moody.
Well, he has pretty much. Now this is Bret. He's not a professional doctor.
He's not a professional doctor, but this is his wrestling opinion.
I don't think he's ever been to medical school.
Probably not.
It's just he was thinking about what happened to him when Goldberg kicked him in his head and all this.
And somehow that's the exact same situation.
Yes. So he's pretty much called it, folks. If you like Daniel Bryan, you're it. You can see him on Tough Enough. He may be at ringside of the commentator, but he will never wrestle again, according to Bret Hart.
According to Bret Hart,
his
it
career's
is over. His in-ring career
just
is
doesn't know
over,
yet.
but he doesn't know yet.
No, he doesn't know. Bret Hart knows it.
Bret Hart knows it, but not Daniel Bryan. He said that the doctors will soon tell him it's all over with.
And if he comes out right, congratulations to Bret. We will miss Daniel Bryan, but I
Bret
know.
can predict the future, Bret.
Yes, but he couldn't
That's a
predict.
new career.
That's after he got kicked in the head by Goldberg because he didn't predict it.
Maybe the Goldberg cake helped him predict the future.
True.
Wow.
And another person he's mad at. Well, he wasn't mad at Daniel Bryan, but now he's mad.
He's mad at Samoa Joe.
He's calling somebody's career, and he's pissed off at Samoa Joe.
Critical of the Muscle Buster.
Which I think that Joe's been doing it for how many years? 10, 12 years?
But isn't it weird that when someone leaves a company they've been doing it for years in?
Yes.
He did it in Ring of Honor, and then for 9 years he did it in TNA.
Yes.
Never heard of anybody getting hurt from it.
Never.
Never. Just like AJ Styles Clash.
Yep.
People in Ring of Honor and TNA never got hurt from what I remember. But once he left and went to New Japan and Indies, 2 or 3 or 4 people, boom, 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 got injured from it. And now all of a sudden, it must be the Muscle Buster that injured Tyson Kidd. But even though WWE has said they're not putting blame on Samoa Joe, but it was a freak accident that could have happened to anybody.
Anybody.
You know, and Tyson Kidd has not had the best of luck. He was out for almost, a year with was it leg or
something?
something?
Like forever.
But now, Bret's saying Bret could not give details on whether or not Tyson Kidd needs surgery, but he is holding Samoa Joe accountable.
No, say, he can't tell us if Tyson needs surgery, but he can tell us that Daniel Bryan's career is over?
Weird.
Oh.
I mean, I guess he's just not a very good doctor.
He's not a good doctor, no.
But he played one on TV.
Yes.
What show? I do not know.
But I don't want Tyson to be hurt. I like Tyson. And
yes, and Tyson and Cesaro, they were on a roll. What a tag team. I want their t-shirt. My gosh, I want their t-shirt.
If we give it a few weeks, it'll be marked down.
It probably will be because Cesaro's by himself now. Natalya, dude, in my opinion, Natalya needs to stay with Cesaro, though.
Yeah.
Just to keep the idea of them all being together still together.
That's true. They really do. They keep, because she doesn't need to be in wrestling. The Divas division. I'm sorry, that ships themselves for Natalya. She's good, yes, but
she is very good. But at the same time, you've got all these new NXT divas coming up, and on top of that, you only have maybe 1, if we're lucky, 2 divas matches on a show, and it's all surrounded by the Bellas and Paige right now.
Yep.
So you don't really have room for anybody else but jobbing out to those 3 people. The 2 Bellas and Paige, and of course, you know, with our idea of what's happening with this new storyline, we're thinking that an NXT diva is coming up to help Paige. Because all the other divas walked away from her.
They all turned their back. Once Nikki mentioned the Authority, They all
They all scrambled and ran away.
Poor Paige by herself.
So obviously, they got to even the odds somehow. So
to.
obviously, an NXT Diva coming up would be a great way to do that. And right now, we know Bailey has a broke arm, so I don't think it's going to be her.
Nope. I think it's going to be Charlotte.
I hope it is Charlotte. But with that being said, I do like the idea.
Because right now we have Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, and then the new girl, Dana Brooks.
Oh, God. Her voice!
It's all coming right there.
I don't know, it's just her voice gets on my nerves. I don't know what it is.
So Charlotte is the odd woman out.
Yes,
Charlotte's been there. It's time for her to move on.
She has helped Dana Brooke look good. She's helped Sasha Banks look good. She has helped, which, I mean, I'm not going to go over spoilers, but I got to talk to you about that after we go off the air. Kind of confusing.
We don't talk about spoilers here.
We don't. But after we get off the air, I'm going to talk to you about that because that's confusing. But she's helped Becky Lynch by association. She has helped, and now she's even these new girls that we've never heard of before. I watched the last few NXT episodes, and she's facing unknown women. Yeah. And even being in the ring, even if she beats them, being in the ring with her is a good thing.
Right.
Because she let them have a lot in the match. She helped them look good. So that's why, if you really watch what's going on, if you read between the lines, it looks like whenever you lose a belt on a developmental company, look at Neville. He lost. Bo Dallas lost the belt. Boom, main roster. Neville lost the belt. Boom, main roster. So, and then Sami Zayn lost the belt. We got injured. So that kind of hurt.
That would have been a little longer for a boom into the main roster.
Yes, because he had that long-standing feud with Owens.
Yes, you got to finish. You got to have that for a little bit.
But if you really think about it, you watch her. She lost the belt, and now she's helping to put over the other divas.
Yes.
So where do you go from there? But up.
And you can see it. I mean, if all the divas
put the dots all together.
If all the divas are turning my back on me, where'd I go?
You gotta go where you're familiar with.
I bring somebody
familiar with down there.
And she points to the curtain, and they give the woo and play her music with Flair's music together. There you go.
So I mean, I'm hoping that's what
happens.
happens.
Hey, I would fine do the match here. Do the title match at Battleground.
Right.
Have the Bella screw her over again.
Okay. And
that's when you have a tag match, a Divas tag match at SummerSlam. When you have the Bellas versus Paige and a mystery partner.
Yes.
It's a woman, a diva, but...
Yes. Well, obviously, we know it's going to be a female.
Yes, but I'm just talking about, they're the women down there and the divas up here.
Yes,
so.
it's very confusing. But, with that being said, going back to your point about Natalya, I think it's good for her... I don't know, we go off on a tangent, but we always come back.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for her, though. And really the whole point goes back to it. That's why I was saying all that stuff. Because once you got these NXT divas coming up, once you've got just the focus on certain divas on the main roster, it makes everyone look like a jobber. So I'd rather Natalya be ringside as a manager than to be losing to the Bellas every week. Like... Alicia Fox and Emma and some of these other ones that are always in there just losing. Yeah. It won't help Natalya at all. And honestly, on the Ultimate Warrior DVD, Natalya was wrestling around with Ultimate Warrior's youngest daughter, training her. And Stephanie's even said Natalya has trained one of their daughters in the ring, just playing around and stuff. So I see a perfect career for her after she's over with. Sarah Del Rey and Natalya down in NXT as the women's trainers. She's got a job.
Yeah, I mean,
I
see no problem with that.
I mean, when you come from the Hart family, automatically, I think you're going to be a good trainer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
come on.
So, with that being said, I think Bret needs to kind of stay out of this situation, and he just needs to let WWE deal with this situation. Let WWE deal with Daniel Bryan. Let WWE deal with Tyson Kidd being hurt, which they've already said it's not Samoa Joe's fault, and he was like the.
And Tyson, I seen a picture of him at the funeral, Dusty Rhodes' funeral. He was wearing a neck brace. He was wearing a neck brace. So maybe they're trying something different because there has been no surgery.
Right. But at the same time, with Daniel Bryan not having surgery, it
that
didn't really help.
No.
I mean, you should have just stayed out for the long haul, got the surgery, and come back. So either way, if Tyson needs the surgery to stay healthy, let him do the surgery. Got something flying in my face. Let him do the surgery and be healthy, even if he's out for a year or so. Look at Stone Cold's career. He was out for a year, still came out on top.
Yes.
Let Tyson Kidd go out for a year, come back, and wherever the stars fall, let them fall that way, and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But either way, though, Bret Hart needs to stay out of what's going on because he really doesn't know.
No, and
if it was Samoa Joe's fault, I think the WWE would have taken precautions, and he wouldn't have used the muscle buster on Scott Dawson on his debut match.
Yeah.
So, because if it's a injury-prone move, automatically they make you stop it.
Yeah.
Like Seth Rollins' move, all concussions.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
There was nobody. I never heard nobody getting a concussion because they just stopped it.
They just stopped it because it looked bad. Right?
Yes. So let's don't take a chance at all.
Right. Kind of like Randy Orton's punt kick. Oh, let's not take a chance. So if Samoa Joe's move could have possibly hurt Tyson Kidd, they would have taken it away.
Yeah.
Just because it possibly would have been the reason. So anyway, long tangent on Bret Hart.
Yeah, because we got a lot more to go.
We do.
Let's get to the funny.
Very funny.
I have no money.
No money.
I could be canceled.
Could be canceled. Can't pay my talent on time.
I can hardly pay anybody. My talent, my film crews, nobody. The chicks are bouncing or not showing up at all.
But let's continue to make
let's
offers
do
to
what we're gonna
wrestlers
do.
that are in the WWE. You
Guy
did it too.
who wants to be a movie star
Right,
in
but see,
wrestling.
but this is not the first time they did it. They made a big money offer to Alberto Del Rio.
Yes.
And it did not work out for them. He kept with Lucha Underground and AAA because he knows where his bread is buttered. Then TNA has now made an attempt for the guy who said, "I'm not going to be wrestling. Just let me leave WWE.
When I leave WWE, I'm out of here. I'm going to go.
I want to go do Telemundo and other and Mexican movies."
Yes.
And that is Rey Mysterio. TNA made an attempt to sign him despite the ongoing financial issues and controversy regarding the Destination America rumors and doing about half the number of homes as they were this time last year. They allegedly made a fairly substantial offer to the former champion, and on top of that, not only just what they put on here, also read that they made an offer to him, not only the money stuff, but they also said, we can get your merchandise into retail outlets. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen an AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, James Storm, Beer Money, or America's Most Wanted shirts ever, or XXX shirts, any of those in retail stores. No. If so, I want to know where they're at. Yeah. Walmart doesn't carry it. Kmart doesn't carry it.
Why does Ray get that and nobody else? You've had your company for years.
13 years. You've never
That's why Samoa Joe is in NXT.
But you've never had retail with any of your talent at all, ever, never, never. 13 years. All you've done is your shop.com and your live events or your pay-per-views or your Universal Studios. You sell the merchandise there. So how all of a sudden could Ray even trust that? Could Ray say, "Oh, retail, yes"? What retail markets have you gone into? There's nothing at Academy. There's nothing at Dick's Sporting Goods. There's nothing at, like I said, Walmart, Kmart,
Target.
Not even a Big Lots. Nothing.
Nothing. So yeah.
I mean, not even Fred's. I mean, the cheap places. Come on, Dollar General.
You don't see nothing.
Family Dollar.
You see nothing with TNA.
Dollar Tree, because we might buy it for $1. Nothing. So that's a stupid offer. And Rey Mysterio, I'm 99.99999% sure he ain't going for it.
If he is, he's stupid, and I don't. That's.
It's not going to help him any.
No, and why? Why hire somebody who's way past their prime? Injury prime, way past their prime.
And I mean,
I don't like Kurt Angle being their champion.
Right. Because he's injured.
Young guys. EC3 needs to be their champion.
And
he needs to leave the company.
I hope it happens soon enough.
Kurt needs to do the job. No more old guys.
Kurt needs to be the Rhino of NXT.
Yeah.
He needs to be the one.
No more old guys being champion TNA.
They tried it a long time ago. It didn't work.
New guys, your homegrown talent. Let them rule your company. Not the old. Don't live off the WWE name.
Yep. Exactly.
No. Start your own people.
Hey to the man. Speaking of TNA, you can't pay your talent, but you want Rey Mysterio to come in, and now Gunner has officially parted ways with TNA. I was shocked. I did not know about it until I read it off of your papers that you printed out here. I was shocked. He will be at WrestleCade this year, so if I get to go,
right,
I'm going to talk to him about that. That is crazy. I hope he either makes it to NXT or he's Global Force Wrestling is a possibility. Ring of Honor, maybe some New Japan.
Yep.
I hope the windows and the doors of opportunities are wide open for Gunner, because Gunner's a good talent.
And you see what AJ Styles did. I know he's not the same name as AJ Styles, but the money is out there if you're.
It is. If the name value is enough,
Yeah.
it's out there. Which you don't be able to go by Gunner anymore. And I got to look up what his
What is your real name?
Phil Shatter, I think, was what his not NXT. His indie name was.
NXT.
Not NXT.
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
It'd just be Gun. Something Gun.
That would be funny. The word
Phil Gunn.
The word Gunner has never helped anyone in WWE.
Speaking of NXT guy, Sami Zayn will look to be out the rest of 2015.
I'm very upset by that. Big fan of Sami Zayn, and hopefully he can rehab it and be back quicker. And
does he come back to NXT?
Or go straight up
or
to
is he a surprise in the Royal Rumble?
That would be cool. That would be cool. And Hideo Itami, gone for at least another 3 to 4 months.
3 or 4 months.
And he has challenged the winner, which is going to be null and void because nobody's going to remember. He has challenged the winner of Finn Balor and Kevin Owens for the July the 4th, which I want everyone to know. July the 4th. Tokyo, Japan.
July, folks.
4th of July, Tokyo, Japan. Here in America, they're going to be in Tokyo, Japan, but it's going to be live on the network. You get Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship, and you get Chris Jericho versus Adrian Neville, and then you get Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston.
Which is weird,
but I mean, they're going to make Brock look good, so he's just going to go in there and demolish Kofi. But how cool is that for Kofi? Because you don't want him to get a big name.
No.
But how cool is that for Kofi?
But I do like
that Brock comes back and faces you first.
I like they're doing that.
It's cool.
I like they're doing this. I was wondering about that, and when they announced that they're going to show it on the network, great. And there's also more things. The Slammies could go by themselves on the network.
Kind of like the King of the Ring thing.
Yes.
But how cool would that be?
And more things. I don't know, it's going to be good.
How cool is that now? When I heard about the Tokyo Japan thing, first thing it reminded me of was like the Coliseum videos where they did live events and they meshed them all together and they put a theme to it. And they put it on. That is the coolest thing. I wish they put the Coliseum videos on the network.
Wow, people don't watch them.
I would, and that's what matters. Justin Cotter will watch it. But anyway, but I love the Tokyo. I mean, just those 3 matches right there makes me want to watch it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely be.
You know Brock's going to destroy Kofi.
Watching the Tokyo show.
You know Brock's going to destroy Kofi, but Kofi can jump around and stuff, and I think him taking German suplexes, he's going to sell it so great. And in the F5, Kofi's going to make Brock look like $1,000 million. I know that's a weird word, but anyway, $1,000 million.
Yeah.
Exactly. $1 trillion. There you go. But anyway, and then of course Adrian and Deadgum. Chris Jericho. I wish the night before Tokyo, when it's Jericho versus Finn Balor, I wish that was on the network too.
I like Finn versus
Of course, Finn versus Owens. I mean, for the belt too, and Finn is so over in Japan, it's going to be huge.
And does Samoa Joe make an appearance?
True. But at the same time, I mean, Jericho versus Finn, that'd be a good match.
Yes, it would.
But only Japan is going to be able to see that part. But more network live specials in 2016.
Yes.
And like you already said, Slammy Awards.
Yes.
As a standalone
And I like
show.
that better. I like that better.
It is cool. And doing it in just like an intimate setting, kind of like they used to do for the early Hall of Fames.
Right.
It was just a banquet setting. You know, not all a bunch of fans and stuff like that, just the company or whatever. Because the Slammy Awards on Raw...
They could do NXT.
Yes. The Slammy Awards on Raw is just, to me, it just takes away from Raw, and to me it's boring in that setting. It's just not really
Just hype it up. Hey, you can announce what the category is and who's up for the category. There you go.
Exactly.
You do it on Raw.
You can do that on Raw, exactly, and then have it on the special there. Yeah, you could have it up Full Sail University.
Yeah, that's small enough.
Small enough.
You can change it because they changed it up for Mick Foley's comedy show.
Yeah.
So I can see
have
that.
it set up like a banquet style there for that.
Yeah.
You know.
You already got the stage already. Just turn the stage.
Speaking of stage, have you seen the special stage for NXT? Did you see the little tour? Not NXT, but Tough Enough. Same concept, really, same thing.
It is.
But anyway, for the Tough Enough thing, I love the tour they did. That looks really cool.
It does.
I'm pretty excited for that. And I guess that's at Full Sail where they set that up at. Full Sail is making a ton of money off of their needs.
Smart.
Woo. It's good stuff.
Let's talk about Ring of Honor that happened this past Friday. Best in the world IPPV
and on regular
regular pay-per-views
and on flips. I don't know if you know what flip is.
That's a new one there. Yes.
FLIPP, and it's a what do you call it on your phone? It's a
streaming.
No, it's a what do you call it? Yeah, exactly. Apps. That's what I was about to point at it. What is that? It is an app. You can get on the App Store, and basically what it does is the Ring of Honor has this channel on there, and you click on Ring of Honor, and it will pick up, if you have Wi-Fi and everything, it can pick up onto your TV if there's Wi-Fi availability for the TV and stuff like that. So you could stream it off of your phone onto a laptop or to a tablet or to a TV or whatever the case may be, and you could watch it. The app is free, but of course I guess you're ordering the pay-per-view still. But you can watch it off of there, and that is pretty neat.
It is.
So
things are changing.
Things are changing, but what a show they had. They had Mark Briscoe defeating Donovan Dijak, and Dijak has been associating with Truth Martini.
Yes.
So that's nothing but good things come out of being with Truth Martini. Jay Lethal.
That's one loss for Truth that night, though.
That is true. And his other guy, Jay Diesel, was not on the show.
He was on the show.
He's still working his way up. He's a top prospect in Ring of Honor.
You had a tag team match. You had Adam Page and B.J. Whitmore defeat
which I think is
Matt
Decade.
Sydal and ACH, your boy ACH.
Yes, big fan of ACH. Yes, I am. And I think they're called the Decade. Adam Page and B.J. It's a group because now they have Colby Corino with them, and before they had the guy that Jimmy Jacobs left. Yes, he was the leader, and now B.J. Whitmore is. And then you had Dalton Castle, which I did not know this.
Well, they got Steve Corino's son. Yes.
Yes, Colby Corino. That's what I'm saying. Now they have Colby Corino as the young boy. They call him a young boy, basically like he's training up with them. But Dalton Castle, this third match, I did not know this. I was actually watching on YouTube. I was watching I think it was an explosion match, or it was a match that they were leading up to one night on the pay-per-views for TNA, and it was Rockstar Spud taking on Dalton Castle, and he had the whole where he brings up his arms and he has the little weird things going on there.
The cape and all that.
Yeah, the cape thing. He had the full gimmick. The only thing different was he had two women come out with him instead of the boys. So they kind of changed it up for TNA where he had two females, but here. Dalton Castle, he's basically going for like a lighter version of maybe a Gold Dust, or I'm trying to think of other...
Adrian Street.
Yeah, Adrian Street, that's true. Adrian Adonis, maybe. He put makeup on and stuff too. But this guy does flamboyant. That's a good flamboyant gimmick, Dalton Castle. But he took on Silas Young, who calls himself the last real man, and he kind of reminds you of just a roughneck, if you found him in the bar and you bumped into him, you're probably going to get beat up.
Yeah, I would say yes.
That type of guy. And Dalton Castle got the win over Silas Young, so you know Silas Young is going to be fuming over that.
Of course. In the fourth match, you had War Machine defeat Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander. I can see War Machine showing up in NXT, or to be, within a year.
I always forget the other guy's name, but Hanson, he's called Warbeard. And then Raymond Rowe, that's his partner's name, Raymond Rowe. They are a great tag team, and Hanson even by himself is great. He's been in no more contendership matches and everything.
They said it was a short match.
Yes.
Where Coleman refused to tag out and lost in about 3 minutes.
Yes. They did an angle where Alexander broke up their team, because there's more to that. We'll get to that in a minute. The next match was not Alexander. I'm still reading Alexander. I'm reading that right there. I don't know why.
No, that's what happened.
Oh, God. I'm killing myself here.
Match 5.
Match 5. Roderick Strong defeated Moose and the unbreakable Michael Elgin in a triple threat match to become the new number 1 contender. Veda Scott got into it with Moose for losing and shaking hands with, as they call him, Roddy, which nothing wrong with being called Roddy. That's only a good thing. You know? And slapped him twice. Cedric Alexander, who we were just talking about, in the CNC connection, I think is what they call it, something like that. He came out, attacked Moose with a wrench, which I think happened before on the regular show.
Veda Scott got the wrench.
And now it looks like Veda Scott has found herself a new guy. And we were talking about this before. Moose always looked like a face. They always chanted for him, but Veda Scott and Stokely Hathaway was always getting booed. They always were doing evil heel things.
Right.
So it made sense that they were going to switch that up after a while. Once they got Moose over enough.
Of course.
And now it looks like we're going to have Moose taking on Cedric Alexander, which is going to do nothing.
Who ended Moose's undefeated streak.
He did. So now you have a perfect feud there, and I think nothing but good things are going to come out of that feud. And then, of course, Roderick Strong being the number 1 contender, And that's going to be a good match for what we know is match number 8, which we'll get to in a minute. Number 6.
Number 6, it was a 6-man tag team match when AJ Styles and the Young Bucks,
Who are
Bullet Club, defeated Adam Cole and the Kingdom.
Yes, and actually Adam Cole is part of the Kingdom. I don't know why they separated them like that, but the Kingdom is Matt Taven and Michael Bennett.
They're more of a tag team, yeah.
Well, they are, but the thing is, Adam Cole, they were all three like a faction, kind of like
Right.
BJ Whitmer and the Decade and all that. But Cole kind of went on its own and became the champion, but he kept the gear. He kept the Kingdom gear and everything, and then he got hurt. And now they're coming back to kind of put the Kingdom thing back together. That's why they did the 6-man, because they are a faction. So,
Yeah. But it says tons of high spots, what you expect from these 6 here. And Maria took a triple kick to the face.
Nice.
She'll put her body on the line.
She will.
What a body.
Yeah, there you go. And this is amazing. On a pay-per-view, not only 1, not only 2, but 3 tag matches.
I know, amazing, isn't it?
3 out of 8 people. We had a regular tag match where it was very short, but it helped for a storyline.
Oh, yeah.
And then you had a 6-man tag, and now you have a no DQ match for the Ring of Honor tag team title. So it's okay to have multiple tag matches, because as long as they're all different, then it keeps it going.
Yes.
You know, it helps. But you had Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, which is the Addiction now in Ring of Honor. They are the tag team champions. They defeated Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, which is Red Dragon. Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
Because if you read it, it's all one word. It's Red Dragon, but it is Red Dragon, ladies and gentlemen. And they retained their tag belts. And like I said, this was a no DQ match, so of course they probably had a lot going on in that match.
Oh, most definitely. And in the main event, it was Jay versus Jay.
We knew that when this match was over, Jay would come out.
Yes.
With both belts.
You had Jay Lethal, the longest, I think he is
Yes,
the longest
reigning
reigning television champion, taking on Jay Briscoe, the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion. And after the feud ended and the smoke cleared, Jay Lethal now holds both titles. He is the king of Ring of Honor.
Not the king of the mountain.
He is the man of Ring of Honor.
He is the man. He is now the new Ring of Honor World Champion and the Ring of Honor Television Champion. But will they do the rule like they used to do, that when you held 2 belts, the lesser belt would be dropped? But Jay Lethal would look at the TV title as the bigger belt, because like he told Jay Briscoe, I made the TV title, the world title made you. So
That's true.
There you go. I mean, I love the feud, and now that means that, of course, Jay Briscoe has a rematch clause, I would think, if they do it that way in Ring of Honor. And Roderick Strong is the #1 contender. Roderick Strong versus Jay Lethal. What a match that would be.
Oh, most definitely.
So there's a lot going on. You think, you're going to have Jay Lethal versus Jay Briscoe again. You're going to have Roderick Strong versus Jay Lethal. You're going to probably have more with the Kingdom and the Young Bucks and all that stuff going on.
Yes.
You're going to have Cedric Alexander taking on Moose now. So there's a lot going on. And it's nothing but good things for Ring of Honor going on. Now they're on Destination America and all the Sinclair broadcasting and everything, and pay-per-view and the Flip app and all. It's just, I consider them #2. I really do.
And the good #2.
No, the good #2. Not like you're going to the bathroom, ladies and gentlemen. The #2 in professional wrestling.
That's better, because I think they're #2. That's what
They're #2. No, in that sense, I think TNA's #2.
Don't pick on poor TNA.
I won't pick on poor TNA, but, ladies and gentlemen, big stuff for WrestleCade 4 as we wind down right here on Part 1. WrestleCade 4 Saturday, November the 28th, 2015, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, from 11 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Woo. Big stuff going on there. New guests have been announced. Tessa Blanchard. We had a great interview with her and a picture signed. We have John Hennigan, John Morrison, Johnny Mundo, the 3 faces of John. Right?
Yes,
right?
It is.
I mean, I'm not even including Johnny Nitro and Johnny whatever else he was. But anyway, we also have another one from that era in WWE. They just announced
I think she died.
Shelton Benjamin will be at WrestleCade. That is huge.
And when it gets close, you said November, right?
November.
It's plenty of time. If Dolph doesn't resign, Dolph Ziggler
Could
or
be.
Nick Nemeth
Ooh, Nick Nemeth.
could be there.
Or could he be Dolphin? Dolphin. Sounds so weird, don't it? It does. So as
I
long as
can
he's not
see-
Nicky from the Spirit Squad, I'll be okay.
If he doesn't resign, when his contract goes, he leaves. I can see one of the last couple of names announced.
But if he doesn't resign, which apparently is his deal coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, a couple months.
Oh, gotcha. If that happens, of course, there's a 90-day no compete clause where
You
they
go
pay
there, you can go there and just sign on.
You can do that. Obviously, yes. That's true. You can do that. But what I'm saying is, after that non-compete clause is over with, you just think about the bidding war for Dolph Ziggler. You think TNA is going to put a big money offer?
Yes.
Big money offer. And then on top of that, you've got Ring of Honor, who he would probably very well, he would look at that. You've got New Japan. You've got Global Force Wrestling, which Jeff Jarrett's not stupid. You've got, who am I forgetting? Did I say Ring of Honor? Even Tom, he'll show up at Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore.
Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground.
That's kind of-
Dolph Ziggler
no,
versus Johnny Mundo. How cool would that be? That would be cool. But also, I want to talk about the night before, Friday, November the 27th, will be the Showcase of Champions. We talked about this, I think, twice before on the show here. With the following companies being involved, they're going to be showcasing their company's champions. That means nothing but good for the business.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
AML Wrestling, which is directly associated with WrestleCade Entertainment, America's most liked wrestling. Also, Lone Star Championship Wrestling. I wonder what state they're from. Wildcat Sports. Luke Hawk's Wildcat Sports and Entertainment will be there. Booker T's Reality of Wrestling will be there. And just the newest group just announced, this is huge, because this man ain't stupid. This man is putting his name and his company's name wherever he possibly can.
Who will the champion be?
Who will the champion be? Interesting, because it's a showcase of champions. By November, they'll have a champion.
They should.
They should.
I hope they do.
They should. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest group is Jeff Jarrett's Global Force Wrestling, working alongside WrestleCade. This is huge
Yes.
for wrestling.
Jeff ain't stupid. I mean,
He's not stupid. I mean, look at the roster of people he has. Look at low cost. It's all about low cost. He's going into these minor league baseball stadiums. He is doing huge stuff there. Las Vegas, doing the tapings there.
Right.
Big stuff going on. I am so excited for where wrestling is going. It's nothing but up from here.
We could be looking at another boom period.
Another boom period, another resurgence. We have talked about that here on this show.
Ad nauseum.
Exactly. So much so that you want to change the channel. We've talked about this being a new boom period for wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, I think by 2016, we're going to know, hey, this is a boom period.
Yeah.
I think once all the stars are aligned, not Stardust, but anyway, once all the stars are aligned, we will know that this is the next big period for wrestling.
Yeah. I can see it coming.
It's coming.
Well, speaking of coming, we're going.
We are going.
This is the end of part one.
It is. Part one. Always the long one.
It is always a long
But
one.
you
We tried it, but we
Got
only
so much information. Got so many soapboxes to go over. But ladies and gentlemen, next is SummerSlam 1996. We are trucking along on the SummerSlam review.
Opposites attack.
Not attract, but they attack, ladies and gentlemen.
And what is shocking and looking at this is the free-for-all. Look at the match and the time.
That is crazy.
Look at the match. And we'll talk about that first. We'll talk about the free-for-all.
We will talk about the free-for-all. We won't tease you. We'll tease you right now, but we won't tease you on the next segment.
To think,
just come back.
they used to have free-for-alls. You get a match before the show starts.
It's during the
these
pre-show.
two guys.
During the pre-show, kind of,
It is pre-show, yeah.
It's a pre-show.
It's called a free-for-all.
Right, free-for-all. You get your match, a free one in there to get you hooked in. Come on and order the
Because if you
pay-per-view.
hadn't ordered the pay-per-view, order it now.
Exactly. So.
Operator standing by. I heard that so many times.
Oh God, operator standing by.
We had,
ridiculous.
but they had 7 great matches, not counting the free-for-all.
Exactly.
And it was, like I said, opposite attack. So come on back in a few clicks right here at Top Row Rowdy, and let's talk about SummerSlam 1996. Pretty good one.
Pretty good. I'm looking at it right now. Pretty good.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, that free-for-all, that really shocked me. That shocked me at the time. Look at the time.
And it being 1996, I mean, that was right on the cusp,
Yes,
I guess,
I
of them
know.
getting over. You know?
A lot of them, yes.
Right on the cusp. Look at the opening match. Look who's in the opening match.
I know, it's amazing.
That's
We'll
main
see
event
you.
quality.
We'll see y'all in a few minutes, right here at Top Row Reality. I mean, it's all of it.
Man.